The Marvel Multiverse is bigger and messier than ever. From the main Avengers timeline to the X-Men, Deadpool, the Fantastic Four, and even the Spider-Verse, it can be hard to keep track. In this video, we're going to break down every universe and timeline you've seen in Marvel movies and TV shows, explain how they connect, and finally make sense of it all. Before we jump into all the Marvel universes, let's get two things clear: what a timeline is and what is a universe, and also what Marvel means when they say Earth 616 or Earth 838. First, a timeline is just the chain of events in a universe. Everything that happens in order. If someone changes the past, like the Avengers did in Endgame, or like Wolverine in Days of Future Past, that creates a branch timeline, basically an alternate version of the same history. When you hear Earth 616, it's actually the official code name for the whole MCU universe. They just name it after Earth because most of the stories happen there. But there's a catch. As per the TVA's rules, a branch timeline does create what is essentially a new universe, and therefore a new Earth, but it's still directly connected to the original. That branch now has its own full version of the universe, meaning a different history, different future events, its own multiversal ID, like Earth 123. The moment the branch is allowed to keep existing, not pruned by TVA, it becomes an independent reality. So, from a multiverse perspective, yes, it's a new universe. Now that the Loki is holding the multiverse together, I don't think any new alternative timelines will be erased, unless that timeline's anchor being is dead like we saw in Deadpool 3. So now we understand the differences between timeline and Earths and universes. Let's dive into each universe inside MCU Multiverse. Earth 616, also known in older Marvel material as Earth 199999, is the main reality of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Both names mean the exact same universe. Almost every Marvel Studios movie and Disney Plus show takes place here, including all the Avengers films, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther, Eternals, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies. This is the sacred timeline the TVA tried to protect in Loki Season 1. The story of this universe began in 2008 with Tony Stark becoming Iron Man, leading to the creation of the Avengers. In 2018, Thanos snapped away half of all life in Infinity War. In 2023, the Avengers undid that in Endgame, but their time travel mission created new branch timelines. From 2024 onward, the multiverse began breaking into this reality, leading to events in Loki, Spider-Man, No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Deadpool and Wolverine, and the Marvels. These are the major times Earth 616 crossed paths with other universes. In the Spider-Man No Way Home brought heroes and villains from other universes into Earth 616. From Raimi's world, we saw Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, along with Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, and Sandman. From the Amazing Spider-Man universe, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man appeared, joined by Electro and the Lizard. And from Sony's Venom universe, Eddie Brock made a brief cameo and leaving behind a piece of the symbiote in 616. But the spell didn't just pull characters in, and it also sent some out. Adrian Toomes, the Vulture from Homecoming, was transported into Sony's Spider-Man universe, the same world as Venom and Morbius. In the Morbius post-credit scene, he meets Morbius and suggests forming a team, teasing a Sinister Six setup. Then in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Strange visits Earth 838, home of the Illuminati, featuring Captain Carter, Mr. Fantastic, Professor X, Black Bolt, and Maria Rambeau's version of Captain Marvel. In Loki, across both seasons, multiple Loki and Kong variants from different timelines cross paths with the main MCU timeline. The What If series, though animated, it is canon, showing alternate versions of our heroes like Strange Supreme and Captain Carter, who later tie into live-action events. Deadpool and Wolverine takes it even further when the Fox X-Men universe collides with Earth 616 thanks to the TVA, and Deadpool teams up with a Wolverine variant to face a multiversal threat. And finally, the Marvels, where the quantum bands cause reality swaps between Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan. In the mid-credits scene, Monica wakes up in a parallel universe, face-to-face with an alternate Maria Rambeau and Beast. Sony's Spider-Man Universe, Earth 688, officially part of Marvel's Multiverse, and set on Earth 688. This universe focuses on Spider-Man-related characters. Interestingly, Spider-Man himself hasn't appeared on screen here yet. The SSU began in 2018 with Venom, introducing Eddie Brock, a journalist who bonds with the alien symbiote Venom. In 2021, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, continued Eddie's story, bringing in Cletus Cassidy, a serial killer who becomes Carnage after bonding with another symbiote. In 2022, Morbius told the story of Dr. Michael Morbius, a brilliant but terminally ill scientist who accidentally turns himself into a living vampire while trying to cure his disease. In 2024, Venom, The Last Dance, concludes Eddie and Venom's saga as they're hunted by both humans and alien forces. While on the run, they uncover secrets about the symbiote's origins and face a deadly new enemy sent to eliminate all symbiotes. The film ends with Eddie and Venom accepting their destiny as protectors, sacrificing themselves to stop the alien invasion and save Earth. However, in the post-credits scene, a small piece of the symbiote survives, teasing that Venom's legacy might continue in another universe. Other SSU films like Kraven the Hunter will follow Sergei Kravenov, a skilled and ruthless big-game hunter. Madame Web is set to explore a clairvoyant, connected to the multiverse and different Spider-Man timelines. These are all part of Earth 688's continuity, and any Spider-Man who appears in this universe would be its own unique version, not Tom Holland's MCU version. So far, the key characters we've met in Earth 688 are Eddie Brock / Venom, Cletus Cassidy, host of Carnage, Dr. Michael Morbius, Adrian Toomes the Vulture, and the Kraven the Hunter, and Madame Web and her knockoff Spider-Girls, Null, the symbiote god and creator of all symbiotes. And Spider-Man also exists in Earth 688, but we don't know which one. But from clip of Morbius, it appeared to be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. While we're talking about Sony's Spider-Man Universe, let's find out which universe the older Spider-Man movies belong to. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is from Earth 96283. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is from Earth 120703. Earth 772, New Fantastic Four Universe. Marvel's New Fantastic Four movie takes place in an alternate universe, Earth 772, a retro 1960s reality within the MCU Multiverse. Before this, Fox Studios made two separate Fantastic Four movies, the 2005 to 2007 films with Iowan Grufford and the 2015 reboot with Miles Teller. Those stories are outside the MCU. So in this new universe, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm gain their powers during a cosmic mission gone wrong, becoming Marvel's first family of heroes. The story follows their battle against the cosmic giant, Galactus, the devourer of worlds, as they fight to save their Earth from destruction. After an epic showdown, the team manages to drive Galactus away, but their actions draw the attention of Doctor Doom, who appears in the post-credit scene speaking to a young Franklin Richards. Meanwhile, another post-credit scene in Thunderbolts shows the Fantastic Four's ship entering the main MCU's atmosphere, confirming their arrival on Earth 616. Fox X-Men Universe Earth 10005. Fox X-Men Universe is the most confusing universe so far. It has multiple timelines. I've already explained the chronological order of this universe in this video, so please check it out. The X-Men movies mostly take place in what's known as Earth 10005, the universe created by 20th Century Fox's X-Men films before Disney bought the studio. Over time, this universe became one of the most tangled timelines in Marvel's multiverse because of reboots, prequels, and time travel events that split it into multiple branches. It all began in 2000 with X-Men, introducing Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. This led to X2, 2003, and X-Men, The Last Stand, 2006, which concluded the original trilogy with Jean turning into the Dark Phoenix. We also saw spin-offs like X-Men Origins, Wolverine, 2009, telling Logan's backstory, A soft reboot happened with X-Men First Class, 2011, set in the 1960s, showing younger versions of Charles Xavier and Eric Lehnsherr. This led to Days of Future Past, 2014, where Wolverine's mind was sent back to the 1970s to stop a dystopian future. That film merged the original and prequel cast but also created a cleaner new timeline, effectively rewriting history in this universe. The revised timeline movies include X-Men, Apocalypse 2016, and Dark Phoenix 2019, telling events differently from the original trilogy. Meanwhile, spin-offs like Logan 2017 took place in a bleak future of the original timeline, showing an older, dying Wolverine and Professor X. Deadpool exists in his own corner of this universe. Deadpool 2016 and Deadpool 2 2018 are set in the X-Men world but treat continuity loosely, featuring a comedic tone and breaking the fourth wall. Deadpool's story eventually leads to Deadpool and Wolverine 2024, where he meets a variant of Wolverine after the multiverse cracks caused by MCU events. This film merges the X-Men universe with the MCU's Earth 616 for the first time on screen, making it a major crossover point. The New Mutants movie is from Earth 10,005, but it can be an alternative timeline. And there's also a possible new MCU-aligned X-Men universe designed for future movies. So far, these are the official parts of the MCU Multiverse. From Earth 616 to Sony's Spider-Verse, the Fox X-Men and Fantastic Four worlds, and all the alternate timelines shaped by Loki and Doctor Strange. And these universes aren't just separate stories. They're the paths leading straight to Marvel's next big events. Avengers Doomsday, where Doctor Doom will rise to challenge every reality, and Secret Wars, where all universes will collide in one final multiversal battle. So, which universe do you want to see next in the MCU? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to keep up with all the multiverse madness.